Hello, this is Patrick Robles.
And this is Edge Brown.
And we are the stand-up guys, and we are going to present to you our chat with Kash, the Flash Gill.
Yeah, we had a nice fireside chat with Kash the Flash Gill, who's 4 times world kickboxing champion, and he works with a lot of youth in Birmingham, England.
And we're just really happy that he was so generous with his time, and we just can't wait for you to hear this chat.
Yes, and please like and subscribe to this channel.
And here's our chat with Kash, the Flash Gill.
His life has been just one amazing adventure after another.
All right. Welcome to the Stand Up Guys interview. Our guest today needs no introduction, especially in the martial arts world. He is an unbeaten 4-time world kickboxing champion, a former WKA light, middleweight, super welterweight, and middleweight champion, an ISKA freestyle world champion, a member of the BBC Midland Sporting Hall of Fame, and a recipient of the Prime Minister's Community Point of Light Award for his incredible work with the youth of Birmingham. But most importantly, he is a loyal and beloved listener of this very show. Please welcome legendary Kash, the Flash Gill. How are you today, sir?
Thank you, Patrick and Edge. It's good to be here.
Yeah. What did you think of that intro, Edge?
I think it was very good.
Okay.
Yeah. Didn't give him enough credit though, because Kash is like one of the best kickboxers that ever lived. So I'll give him that.
I was a 4-time world champion. A 4-time world champion, 4 different weights.
I know, right? I remember when you started out, Kash, when you were a little skinny kid. So I knew you'd go through weight classes with your height. So I'm not surprised that you won all those titles.
Yeah. I was reading in your origin story that you saw Edge's brother Howard as doing a demonstration or something, yeah?
We come from an area called Handsworth. I think Howard and Edge both come from the same area. And Handsworth Park is very well known. And there's a lot of my childhood was spent there. And I used to watch a bit of boxing fights and stuff with my father, Muhammad Ali and stuff. And I was always interested in becoming a boxer as a young kid. And when I seen the demonstration in the local park, Howard Brown and Godfrey Butler doing the demonstration, I thought, wow, these guys are good, man. They're kicking as well. So a couple of days later, I went down to the leisure centre. And that's it. The rest is history.
Awesome, man. And then when did you meet Edge?
Edge was not long after, probably a few weeks after, probably months after. Edge was obviously Howard's brother, and he came down and he covered some of the classes as well. So I was being coached by Edge as well as Howard.
Yeah, Kash, back then at the time you were like 14.
That's right, yeah, 14-year-old young teenager. I think I joined at the right time because if you look at that age, you kind of go one way or the other. And, you know, I had a lot of friends, a lot of influences around me. And because I found kickboxing, I think that was the right thing for me as a teenager. And I try and spread that word to a lot of young teenagers now.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you the advice that you'd give kids that age that want to take up martial arts, you know, to get into the sport. What advice would you give them?
Yeah, even if it wasn't martial arts, it's anything you want to do. I think if you focus on it and you want to do it, I fell in love with kickboxing from the first lesson. I mean, I can still look back all them 46 years ago, 1980, July 1980. I went down to the legislature and I still remember it from this day. You know, and I don't regret any of it. I've had a fantastic career. So I said to the young kids, if you find something, you know, you like, you could fall in love with it like I did. So I use myself as a story and a role model for the young kids.
Good. Yeah. And then the area we come from, Handsworth in Birmingham, it's an inner city neighborhood that was pretty rough, and there's a little bit of crime there. So kids needed a certain path to kind of stay out of trouble, and Kash found his path in kickboxing.
That's right, Ed. We used to have the marches by the right wing National Front. You know, go back to your own country and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. We're growing up in that area, and like we see all the marches. Bloody hell, what's going on in that area? You know, go back to your own country. We said, well, we're born here, so we're the next generation. So we had some tough times. And we had seen the riots as well, the riots in Handsworth.
The riots were crazy.
In the early 80s.
Tell me about what were the riots about? What was that?
The National Front was like a racist group that wanted England to be white only. So they'd come through and start causing trouble. And so the locals wasn't having any part of it. So the riots kicked off and they were pretty bad.
Oh wow, man!
There was a
I've
high
never even heard of
unemployment
those.
then as well. There was like over near 3 million, wasn't there, unemployed, and people were just frustrated and they couldn't get jobs and stuff like that.
Yeah, and our friends in UB40, they had that song 1 in 10 at the time.
That's right, yeah.
Because one person in 10 was unemployed, and that was a big hit at the time.
Oh wow. Um, at that time, what were the options like for kickboxing for a young man? Like, was there like a lot of like smokers, amateur stuff, or did you really have to look to find like kickboxing matches and that sort of thing?
It was a sport that wasn't really that well known. It was early years of it, starting. When you say to people, "Oh, I became a world amateur champion in 1986," when you come back to England and go, "I'm world champion." What kickboxing? What's kickboxing like? It's obviously we're just 35 years too early of what's going on today. Because kickboxing is now everyone knows about kickboxing and what kickboxing is, and they love the striking. So we were paved the way. Really, we were role models for them.
Wow. Okay. So I mean, how would you even go about finding a match back then if like it wasn't that big, like that, like if a lot of people weren't doing it, how do you go about finding a match?
Well, when we say there weren't a lot, there was a lot of people doing it within the martial arts. There was it's like certain sports people follow, and there was a lot of people. There was a lot of fighters. Becoming a British champion wasn't easy them days, was it, Edge?
It was pretty tough, yeah. There was a lot of different fights up and down England. So the different cities in England, you had groups of people that did the sport. So we had fights in London, Manchester, Liverpool, Leeds, Glasgow, over in Ireland. So there's a lot of places where the fights were happening.
Okay. And then so you were actually training them then. I thought you guys like fought together.
No, we were training together.
Okay.
Yeah. We're the same camp.
When Kash started competing, we started sparring and stuff. So
you can see I did my research for this.
Yeah. So obviously Edge was the same weight as me. I was probably a little bit lighter than Edge, but Edge was a light middleweight, which is like 71 kilos, 70 kilo. And when Edge couldn't fight, they used to say, "Kash, how about being a replacement?" And I remember that when my third fight, it was an international, and it was what the Yugoslavs came over, and they said, "Oh, Kash, how do you fancy fighting?" When I thought, "Whoa, I'd only had 2 fights. My third fight was the second one. My second fight was like an international 5-rounder, so I was in at the deep end. But I managed to go the distance, and I managed to win. Edge was in the corner, I think.
Yeah, was that title fight, Kash?
No, it was just an international fight against you. It's my second one, yeah. Went the distance.
So was it one of those ones where like when they're introducing the other guys, like, oh, former whatever champion, you're like, oh, what have I got myself into?
Not really, because we're from Handsworth, so we didn't think like that. We just thought, whatever's in front of us, we're going to beat them. I was from a good camp. I mean, Howard and Edge and Godfrey, they were all like good boxers, they were good kickers. So I had good experience and good sparring. So I was kind of like, didn't fear anything because I thought I'd been trained by the best.
You kind of feel like if you get beat up in the training camp, you're not scared of the other guys, right?
As well, yeah. I took a bit of a hiding from a lot of them, yeah. I used to go on with bruises and sore ribs and bad kidneys and all the punches they'd give me in the face. So, you know what? I paid it back. With interest.
I got paid back pretty well.
Do you have a good Edge Brown story for me? Because Edge always has a story for me, but I don't get to hear stories about him too often. You got a good Edge Brown story for us?
I think sometimes Edge took the fights a bit lightly, and I remember we went to Nottingham the once. I think it was a really good Dutch fighter. I think was it Bathurst or one of the good guys. I can't remember who it was. And I tell you what, Edge took that fight lightly. I think Edge was sitting in the sauna with his sweatsuit on, with his tracksuit. And that fight, I think Edge done all right. But I think he was stopped in about, 4 rounds, 5 rounds. But Edge done all right, though, considering. You remember that, Edge?
Yeah, to lose the weight, you were in the sauna with me, yeah. I definitely remember that.
Yeah.
You should be a friend like that, Pat. Sit in the sauna with me.
I'm the type of guy who sits outside with Gatorade going, man, that looks awful.
The worst thing was Edge had all of his suit on as well. He had a black bag and everything, so it really did drain him. It does take it out. But that's how we done it back in the day.
Yeah. So, what's your opinion on making weight and people like cutting like huge amounts of weight nowadays? Like, what's your just general opinion on that?
I think people have been educated with sports science. We didn't really know how to lose weight and stuff. We just stopped drinking and wore like black bags and tracksuits and out running, didn't drink anything, sucking lemon. But I think with sports science, people got educated. I mean, still people do it the difficult way, but it's a lot. You can drink a lot more. It's a lot healthier than it used to. I don't really keep up with it, but I know with a lot of people, they're drinking water in between rounds and all that kind of stuff. I'm still old school.
Yeah, I mean now I think a lot of guys, especially like UFC, they come from a wrestling background, so they're used to you losing a lot of weight before competitions. So I think they're more advanced than we were back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like if someone say like a middleweight, say 160, like what do you think they should just be walking around at? Like best case scenario.
I think about stone over. I don't know about you, Edge.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to be too much over, yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, a stone is 14 pounds.
I was about to say I'll just pretend I know what a stone is. Yeah, a stone.
Yeah. 14 pounds back.
Yeah. Edge and I always have trouble with the translations,
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You're gonna need a translator from when I start picking fast.
Let's see what do you got what do you got going on today as far as you're coaching at a gym, or what do you got going on today?
I did have a gym until COVID came and we closed the gym. I had the gym for 13 years. But I don't know if I fell out of love with the fighting because I don't really watch it religiously like I used to, because everyone became a world champion and it kind of became a bit of a mockery. But there were some good associations out there, like Glory came along. It's like 5 3-minute rounds. I kind of watched it here and there, but I produced my own world champions from the gym. We had 6 world champions from the Kash gym as well, which we done. I spend a lot of time with it. It takes a lot of work and effort. But now I just do more community, like once a week, a bit more fun element of it as well. And I do a lot of schools. I'm going this Friday to one of the schools the whole day. I'm teaching from like 4 years old, 5, 6, 7, right up to 11. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, Kash, you've got a lot of awards for doing the community work. What led you to start to take that role to be a community leader and to work with a lot of these kids?
That's right. Because we've been doing it so long, obviously I started as a youngster. I left school and all I've ever done is teach and fight. So I fell into the right category really, and teaching men, women and children. And then my joy of teaching young kids, kids are really good fun and they pick up things really quick. So the last 15, 16 years, I spent a lot more time with the youngsters and I enjoyed that. Plus, I don't mind teaching the men and the women and the children and everybody as well. And all communities, bringing communities together. That's why we got that, Pride of Britain finalist. And also the BBC gave me the Hall of Fame with all the big sporting legends as well, because obviously my involvement in the community. And the guys couldn't believe that I was still around, still doing things. So when I retired, my name was still out there. Even recently with the Commonwealth Games, I carried the baton. And there was 2022 baton holders. And out the 2, they picked 2 to go to Downing Street. And they picked me. So I must have done something on my CV. Yeah, that's not bad, is it?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I saw you went to Downing Street to meet the Prime Minister on a couple of occasions. What was that like?
That's right. I've been down to, the first time I went down to see, what was his name again? David Cameron. I think he went to Libya that day and I met George Osborne. And then the second time, I must be doomed to see him at the Prime. I went to meet Boris Johnson. But on that particular day, it was at no confidence pot and he disappeared. I was going to have a picture with Boris Johnson on the doorstep with the baton, and I was going to make the news. I was going to hit him on the head with the baton, but lucky for him, he weren't there.
So yeah, every time you visit him, it's like the kiss of death, huh?
It definitely is. Yeah, I'm trying to think now. I'm not going again. Maybe third time lucky.
Okay. I'll give Keir Starmer a call and tell him to be there.
I did meet Jeremy Corbyn though. He was down at Robin Campbell's 70th birthday party, and he's a good friend with UB40. So when I walked in, I met up with Jeremy Corbyn, and we had a really good chat. I said I was Rishi Sunak's cousin, and he had a right go at me. I said I'm not really Rishi, not really. So I was just having a bit of a blag with him, but he broke the ice. It was good.
Oh, good.
The UB40 thing, like there's only like one of them left in the band, right, or something like that, or they're pretty much broken up, aren't they?
No. They're not. There's about 5 of them original members in the band. There's 2. Ali Campbell broke away. Obviously, UB40. There were about 7 of them. I think the original 5 members are still in that band. So I call them the real UB40. Ali Campbell went away. It's a bit like Sting when he was with Police. Sting went away and called himself Sting, and he done really well. Ali Campbell went away, and he couldn't make it on his own, so he called himself UB40, which is a bit of a mockery, really. But I get on with both sets of them. I get on with Ali, and I get on with the rest. So it's just
it's a shame because Brian and Astro passed away. So
that's right. Yeah,
members died.
Yeah.
So I had a job for years at Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco, and there was a band, and they only knew 2 songs, and one of them was "Red Red Wine." I grew to despise that song. I would hear it like 5 times a day, like not 5, like 20 times a day. It was funny.
It's a great song as well. Yeah, it's still played. It's still played in all the clubs and that, to this day.
Right. But it's just like, can you guys learn a new song? Edge was saying like people used to show up to used to sell out arenas because UB40 was there. Yeah. Like to watch you guys fight. Edge was telling me that story.
Go on, Edge. Tell him that story.
Yeah, I was saying though people show up to the fights to watch because UB40 used to show up to come along to support us.
Yeah. And I remember the 80s because Howard used to have some after parties at his house. And when we went down, all UB40 used to turn up. I was only a youngster, and they always remembered me because I was an Asian kid, and there weren't many Asian kids fighting. So I was in a club once in Birmingham, and so I was with Steve McNennis, and he was talking to Ali Campbell because Steve was in a band as well. And Ali Campbell started raving about Kash the Flash, King of the Ring in the box center, and I was sitting around the corner going, "Whoa, Ali Campbell!" Yeah, so that was pretty good.
Nice. Was there any other famous bands from Birmingham, or is it just pretty much UB40? Who else from Birmingham?
Steel Pulse, Duran.
Steel Pulse. Yeah, we've got quite a lot.
Quite a lot of bands.
We got my friend Apache Indian who done really well. Boom Shakalak. He also done my song, number 1 in the boxing ring. So Apache Indian done well. Musical Youth. It's quite a lot. And we had Simply Red as well, who's from Manchester. They trained with Master Toddy.
Did they?
Yeah, they did, yeah. And he just came down to the show when I was fighting against Superman. Mick Hucknall was at the ringside.
Let me see here.
Let me ask one, Kash. Of all your fights, my favorite fight is when you made that fantastic comeback. When you got that spinning back fist that I think you broke your nose, and you came back and knockout. Is that your favorite fight?
I think when I think back on my fight, I think Superman from Thailand. I love that fight because it was full Thai boxing rules, elbows and knees to the head. It's everything. And obviously Superman, he knocked me down in the first and he knocked me down twice in the second. Then I came back in the third, fourth and fifth. And if I didn't get knocked down, I definitely would have got the decision on that. But what a great fight. And then when I went in the change rooms after to shake his hand, Superman was being sick all over the place. So,
that's good to see.
That was a sick fight. And that Hinters here is supposed to be an easy fight for me. And I was just got complacent. And the commentator said, one thing Kash does, he gets a bit complacent sometimes. And just as he said that, I got hit with a spinning back fist. And I've just seen Rico from the kickboxer who fought with Usyk. And he got caught exactly with the same punch. I don't know if you've seen that clip. And it was similar, and his legs went. And he came back as well. So he must have something in relation with me.
So, I mean, what's that like when you get caught really good? And I mean, are you even able to process it, or are you just on instinct after that?
I think it's just instinct. And what happened with me? When I went to the ring on the ropes, I looked in the crowd and I see my dad. And if I knew I got up, he would have given me a beating when I got on. So that's what I got
hey, up. Whatever it takes, right?
That's fun.
Do you have any other kind of favorite opponents that you had over the years?
I had loads of them. Even in my world amateur title, I was getting beat up in the first round, and I was sitting on the bottom rope, and I went and sat in the corner, and Howard just said, "Look, you got to keep focused." And I went out and knocked this guy with a head kick, Italian guy, and went straight out. You know what? Sometimes you need a bit of luck on his side. But I did train very, very hard. I was always super fit. I was like 120% fit. So and some few of the fights I've had been a lot of tough fights. What was your best fight? I think it's hard to say a best fight, but we had full arenas. I fought to the NEC twice, which is a massive arena, hosts over 10,000 people. I fought Alex Tui there. No, I fought Ronnie De Leon there. And I fought Tim Isley. Tim Isley was a big grudge match. He was a guy from London, all over the magazines, front pages. I was going to knock Kash to Flash out. I said, Tim Isley, he's not in my class. And in the end, I said, okay, let's fight. It's NEC, it's a big show. They put me up at the Hilton Hotel. Give me a good payday for that. And in the first round, he got the better of me. Howard won at that fight. I had Deb Barrett in the corner. You know what? I knocked him out in round 2, and he went face down.
Did he apologize afterwards? He said, I was wrong, man.
At the end of the fight, I went and punched him again, which was a bit bad of me, but I think the adrenaline was still pumping. So if you watch that on YouTube, you'll see it, and you think, that's bang out of order by Kash. But all the hype and everything else, I'm quite a good sportsman. That was a bit bad on me, but I don't regret it.
Hey, I always said, so long as you're inside the ring, there's no such thing as a cheap shot. You can't, if you're standing there with gloves on inside the ring, you can't say, I don't know why this guy's punching me, Yeah,
but this was after the match was over. This was when the fight was ended, so it was a bit bad on my part.
Kash is one of those guys that's got a nice temperament that never gets upset. But if you get him mad, you got yourself a problem.
Yeah.
Edge knows. We had some really good spars. We had really good spars, me, Edge, and Godfrey as well, and Howard. We had some really good spars back in the day. And I think we had some tough sparring sessions. And it was hard to find sparring partners. And when Edge went off to America, I was really disappointed because I lost my best sparring partner.
Oh, man. Why'd you come out with him, man? I'm sure you guys could have holed up in New York together.
It's all right. I just beat his brother up instead.
Howard deserves it. So
yeah.
we had one fighter in common, which was the German guy, Ferdinand Mack.
That's right, yeah.
I got a draw against him, and then I think you went and beat him.
I went and fought him at about 2 weeks' notice, and it's the first time I ever wore a headguard. And I went in as a light middleweight, and he was a full middleweight. I went down at 11 stone 1, 11 stone 2, and he was about 11 stone 11. And I hit him with a left hook in round 2 and dropped him, and the crowd went silent. They couldn't believe it. You know what? If I was the same weight to him, I would have stopped him. But we went the distance, and they gave it to him on points. So it's one of them.
Yeah, I remember he dropped him pretty hard.
Yeah. Why would they have you wearing head guards?
Sometimes, I think it was whack-all rules. They had head guards. You had to wear head guards. And one of the times I fought John Longstreet, and I didn't wear a head guard, and he wore a head guard. It was just strange rules, some of them.
Yeah. Because, for out here, for amateur, you had to wear head gears. But, once you're, you're pro... Yeah.
The early days of kickboxing, you had different organizations, and they'd have implement different rules. So whatever rules they implemented, we'd just go along with it.
Because you were just trying to get fights. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, and they say now head guards are bad to wear. They get more damage with head guards. So me only wearing head guard once or twice, I think it done me good.
Yeah, I've always thought head guards are just good to keep you from getting cut. Other than that, I don't think they do a whole lot.
I think they're actually worse because they actually spread the impact.
Yeah.
Without a head guard, you get hit in the jaw, you feel in the jaw. You get a head guard on your whole head ring when you...
Yeah.
And your vision as well. The vision. Some of the head guards will go all over the place. I remember fighting a guy called Kenny Walton. And he was one of the Taekwondo internationals. He was real top fighter for Taekwondo. And I was fighting him, and he kept stopping, saying my head guard's coming, my head. Obviously, he was getting hurt, really, but he kept blaming on the head guard.
Yeah. I have a cousin who used to beat me up, edge train BB. And when BB would hit me with a head guard on, I'm like, this head guard is making no difference whatsoever. Yeah. So what else are you doing nowadays besides kickboxing to keep busy? Like gardening, anything like that, or what?
No, I don't really do that much of the domestic chores. What happened with the youngster? I was 4 brothers and a sister, and whenever a job came up, my mother passed away very young, and my dad was like, he'd give the jobs out to us, and he always protected me because he was his golden child. He kind of protected me. any painting, any decorating, any gardening. I was always get away with it. Cash is fighting,
Right.
so I leave him alone. So I got lucky. Not a lot of people know that, but I'm no good now.
Right.
Now, all these years later, I can't do a bloody thing. I got to pay everyone.
Well, I mean, you must have some hobbies. What do you paint? But I don't know. You,
Oh,
you
with
got to
hobbies,
have something to
loads of
fill your
hobbies.
time.
I got three kids. I've done loads of stuff with them. Football, tennis, cricket. I do all the sports. The running with them. I've had a great time with my kids, and that's my hobby. About spending a lot of time with them, and they're all grown up now. They're all adults. They're all quite sporty. My daughter done the London Marathon last year. Now she's had a baby, so I'm a granddad. And my other
Oh
two sons
wow.
are real good at football as well. So and they love the martial arts. We love watching the UFC and all that. So I think we got the medication for them somewhere.
Nice, nice. And then we were asking you before, how's the leg? Because you got into it with a manhole cover, and
That's
it
right.
was
Yeah,
like a
that made massive news. That did. That was what they didn't say was afterwards, and because what happened when I fell down the drain, I got straight back up and then a backward somersault, but no one's saying that. Yeah. So obviously, I'm still having treatment on it once a week, but I went on the treadmill the last few weeks. I've done 30 minutes, and I actually building my speed up. So I always have the mindset. People say, "Oh, as you get older, it takes longer." I don't believe that. Because I always think, you know what, if you start thinking that, it takes longer. So I'm almost on the mend, but I'm still having it treated because obviously, being a professional martial artist, I got to make sure my feet are 100%
Mhm.
when I kick Edge in the face again.
Hey, have you still got the running group in Answorth where you guys go running?
We still have it. I've pulled out the running group. When I joined the gym, I kind of thought I'm not doing any more road running now because I've done 40
Yeah.
years and my knees are really good. Occasionally I'll go out, but the running group still goes every Tuesday. They're out tonight actually.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Nice, good. You're doing such a good job in the community, Cash. I got to give it to
Yeah.
you for that.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
done open air. I think when COVID came, what happened? We came out of our gym and we started open air sessions in Hamsworth Park. And the amount of recognition we got, everyone picked up on it. Even like Downing Street picked up, said, "Oh, we'll bring him down here," and they started to pick up on all the knife crime workshops we're doing, all the work we're doing with health and fitness. And that's why I got the Points of Light award. If it wasn't for the park open sessions, no one would have known any different. So when
Oh,
you're in the
good.
gym, it's kind of hidden away. But when you go into public and you do free sessions, it makes massive news.
Good. That's so good. And so
Yeah.
COVID was good for you then in that regard.
For that reason, the gym closed, but
Yeah.
the other
Not.
side, we got like recognition, and I'm just still doing the schools and the motivational talks. I'm trying to do some after dinner speaking now, and that's what I really want to get into. Because I'm a funny guy, I can crack a few jokes and tell a
Yeah.
few stories about the fights.
What exactly is after dinner speaking? It's like
It's when people have an event.
motivational speaks or.
Yeah, when people have an event, and you get this,
Uh huh.
normally you get footballer comes in, he does a 20-minute talk about his career.
Right.
So I can do a little talk about my career and then crack a few jokes here and there. So that'll be really interesting. I'm trying to get my foot up the ladder, but it's just getting that contact.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um, do you have like a standard joke you tell? You got a joke for us?
Oh. Off my head, I can't tell you a joke like that. I'll just tell you as we go on. He's putting me on the spot now, any Edge?
I know.
Yeah.
He does
Oh, you
that.
can you can you can work on it, man.
Yeah.
uh, so, as a listener of the podcast, what do you like that we've been doing, not been doing? You got any suggestions how we could get better? Because because we appreciate you being a listener of the podcast.
Yeah, you just got to keep doing what you're doing. I think everyone you do, you're going to get better. It's
Uh
just
huh.
like a fight. It's like fighting. Anything you do, you just get better. You start asking different questions, and when you watch it yourself, you think, "Oh, we should have done this." It's just learning all the time, and you never stop learning. Even now,
Hmm.
I'm picking up things every day. From the young kids and from the adults. So that's one thing which is very, very true.
Yeah, you
100%.
actually learn you actually learn a lot like coaching people, don't you? Like,
You do, yeah, you do, you do. Yeah, everything you learn, and some people come in quite natural. I mean, Howard always tells me I was a natural. So I don't see myself a natural. I did work hard at it, but I suppose making the weight was hard for me because used to make 147, which is 10.5 stone. So I started at 147 and I finished at 147. So that's not bad.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
for your height, it's how tall are you, Cash? 6'2" or 6'3"?
Yeah, 1 meter 90, which is 6'3".
6'3", yeah. So making
Yeah,
147 at 6'3", you were the kickboxing Tommy Hearns, right?
that's right. Yeah, I used to love Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns was my hero. I used to watch
Yeah.
Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler. I used to watch all their fights all the time religiously. I used to watch some cracking fights. Before I left the house, I put on like Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler, some great fights.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Those are absolutely our favorites as well, man.
Yeah. Them were the good years for boxing. They had England, they had Nigel Benn, they had Chris Eubanks, they had Steve Collins, and in America you had Hagler, Hearns, Duran, Leonard. The same kind of
Yeah.
era.
Yeah, that was an amazing era. There's like so much more accessible too because everything wasn't pay per view. You could actually you could just watch them on regular TV.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You could, yeah. There's some cracking fights with Hagler. Hagler had some really tough fights.
Oh yeah, Agler was the guy, working
Yeah.
class hero, right?
Yeah, when he came to
Well,
England, they threw beer glasses in the ring and stuff. He didn't get to take his belt.
Alan Minter, yeah,
Yeah.
That's
he
right,
won the
yeah. Alan
title.
Minster,
Yeah,
yeah.
yep. Yeah, his last final fights was like Duran, Leonard, Hearns, and Mugabe. I mean, just all in a row, man. That was all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Mugabe was one of the fights I used to watch. When he fought Mugabe, I used to watch that before I left for the arena. It was
Yeah.
a cracking fight, yeah.
Agler was always
that
inspirational as well with his training sessions, how hard he trained. That always
Yeah.
inspired all the fight.
that guy was just a warrior, man. He was never out of shape. And what did he say? It's like it's hard to get up and train early in silk sheets. Was that what he said?
Yeah.
That's what he said. We
Yeah.
went we went down to the fight when he fought Sugar Ray Leonard. Was you there, Edge? We were at Aston Villa Centre. We watched it on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah. I was there for that. Yeah.
We went down to watch that live. Obviously, I was on the screen. But what a fight that was! It was a cracking fight, and people said, "Oh, Hagler won." Some people said, "On the night, I thought Leonard won it because he kind of intimidated him." But when you watch it back, you do think Hagler does have a point.
Yeah. I think that's the most argued decision ever in boxing.
That's
It was very close.
Cash. That is a very sore subject with Edge. That fight.
I remember. I
I'll,
remember it. Yeah.
I'll sit there like on the anniversary of the fight. I'll be like, "Hey, congratulations to Sugar Ray Leonard again on a great victory."
Yeah. Hagler won the
Yeah.
fight. Mind on the night as well, I thought Sugar Ray won. Then when I watched it back, same as you, Cash, I had it
Yeah.
for Hagler.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the fight in so many years. I probably would change my mind too if I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you watch it, every time you watch it, you'll see something different on it. That's education for you. It's the fight.
Yeah.
What I used to do, I used to watch a lot of my fights, and my kids used to say to me, "You're not watching yourself again, are you, Dad?" But now they're watching my fights, so they're growing up now. They appreciate it more now, the fight arts and what we went through, because they've
Yeah.
grown up now. When they were kids, they didn't get it.
Well, what Edge and I have been going through is like we'd be at a fight, like we were there for Haney versus Lomachenko, Jose
Yeah,
Ramirez versus Pitbull Cruz, and we're like, hey man, these guys easily won, but then at home there's like a different narrative on TV, and we can't believe that these guys lost or didn't get the decision or whatever.
yeah, yeah. That's the fight game for you. It happens all the time.
It does, yeah.
Hmm.
That's why you got to have a good knockout punch, and that's what I learned. I used to try and practice. Like they said, David Beckham used to practice his free kicks, and everyone went home and he'd practice them. I used to do that, on the bags. Everyone went home, and I used to just carry on practicing my knockout punch with the right hand. Because I remember Howard telling me the once, he said, "Cash, I got no respect for your punches." And I spent a lot of time working on my boxing skills, and having Edge and Godfrey and Howard around, it really did bring me on in boxing. So I became a decent boxer. I even offered got to be a professional boxer back in 1991. And then I went to Hawaii. They wanted to sign me as a professional boxer. And look how my life would have been so different. But you know what? I wanted to come back to Birmingham, so I never bothered taking the test.
Yeah,
Right.
but Birmingham's got way better weather than Hawaii, so I don't blame you.
Yeah, we got better beaches as well.
Oh, hey, do you know who this Zotlan guy is who's supposed to be fighting Fury? Like, Edge was trying to educate me. What was his name? Zotlan what?
Zlatan.
Zlatan.
Zlatan
Is that what he's
Ibrahimovic.
called? I don't know. When is
What's
that
that?
going to happen?
That's a rumor that they're going to do an exhibition.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's supposed to fight Fury. So
Is he from Thailand?
Who's Zlatan?
Oh,
The
France.
football player.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you.
yeah, it's from Sweden, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's supposed to fight Fury before it'd be his warm-up fight before he fights AJ.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What do you think about the Fury AJ fight?
Yeah, I always think when Fury and AJ, I always think if I put money on, I'd have to put it on AJ because he's got more of a knockout punch.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be it's going to be interesting to see how this accident, affects him. Does it inspire him, or does it like mess with his head? Because that's a pretty big thing to lose his close friends like that, and you never really know how you're going to react until you actually get in the ring.
Yeah, it might make him better. It could make him worse. You don't know. But only time will tell.
Yeah, so you got to wait and see. We'll see his tune-up fight. His tune-up fight's in July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should tell us how he's doing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shit.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you being with us, sir.
That's all good, yeah. I was looking forward to it. Actually.
Yeah.
Sorry to keep you up late. I know you're old, Cash. You passed your bedtime now. You're over there now, right?
Yeah. And we appreciate you being a listener. We have a very exclusive clientele, so we appreciate you being a listener of the podcast, man.
Yeah. I normally put it on bedtime. I know where to fall asleep. No, not true. I'm a big listener of the stand-up guys.
That's good. You still got your sense of humor, Cash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that manhole cover can't take that from you. They can never take your sense of humor.
The national press picked up on that. So the national press have made me famous again. It's like
national
no publicity, bad publicity, is it?
It went global. We saw it over here.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
How I felt after? I felt really drained.
See, there you go. There's your joke for the after dinner speech right there.
I told you I would do that. Yeah.
Oh God.
Everyone thinks it's a bit of a cover-up. That's another one.
Oh God. Sure, are you going to be here all week?
Yeah. Exactly.
Carry on doing them. Everyone said I should take up golf because they're holding one. So
see, I love these. These are all closers. All of these are closers.
You've had three in a big delayed reaction, all three of them. Is it bedtime for you guys?
No, it's noon over here.
It's afternoon.
I'm just thinking you're going to pick up the jokes very quick.
Yeah. All right. Well, we very much appreciate you being with us. We hope you'll do this again sometime.
Oh, definitely, yeah. We've got a lot of big things coming up, so watch out for it. Obviously, too early to say yet, but we have got some big things coming up for the sport of kickboxing.
Okay. We'll be in touch, and once they start happening, we'll get you on again to talk about them.
Definitely, yeah.
Yep.
Sounds good.
I may even get Howard on with you.
Yeah, it sounds good, yeah.
Oh wow, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you talk to Howard a lot still, Cash?
All the time. I've just been speaking to him earlier. Yeah, we speak all the time.
Awesome.
You poor
we
guy.
got really good. Considering we've been together 46 years. And when I went to India, I went coaching out there. They offered me to go to India for 6 weeks. And I went, my love, I can't go for 6 weeks. I said, so I phoned Howard up. I said, Howard, how do you fancy coming to India? So I got Howard to come with me, and we had such a fantastic time. We had 6 weeks in India. And you know what? Howard had to have the same hotel room as me for 6 weeks. Poor guy.
Well, you know what? I read Howard's book. I'm going to read your book now. Just to be fair, since you've come on, I'm going to read your.
Before you go, look, here it is.
Wait, yeah.
My Life in the Flesh.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Available at all fine book retailers everywhere. There we go.
That's right, yeah.
There you go. Great one.
That's the story of my life.
Yeah. Actually, so I probably should have read it before I interviewed you. That would have been a good idea.
I went to the library the other day and they threw the book at me. But you know what? That's the story of my life. Thanks.
Hey, at least it was there, right?
We give you a few jokes there, but you guys don't get them that quick. You must be getting used to American humor.
Oh, no. I got it straight away, Cash.
No,
I think Ed's got it. Yeah, Ed's got
it. All right. Well, thanks again for being with us, and man, you have a great evening, sir.
No worries. You guys enjoy it, man, and keep up the good work.
You too. Right. Thanks a lot, Flash, man.
Yeah, no worries. Stand up, guys. Take care, guys. Signing off.
Signing off.
Peace.
Take care. Bye-bye.